Now, forewarned weather with Ashlee Baracy.
I've been peeking at that long-range outlook for Thanksgiving, and we're going to get to that in just a moment here before your 7-day forecast. But I want to get you out the door prepared for a new work week, and that includes below-average temperatures today and tomorrow before we start to rebound later in the week. But as temperatures continue to slide through your Tuesday, any precipitation we see could be in the form of rain and snow. So we'll have that wintry mix in the forecast come tomorrow. And then any precipitation we see later in the week with warmer temperatures will be rain. Live look outside at Metro Airport. We're sitting at 29 degrees at Metro, 25 in Ann Arbor, 30 in Lapeer. All of southeastern Michigan below the freezing mark and feeling even cooler with the wind chill. We have that west-northwesterly breeze, gusts right now between 10 to 20 miles per hour, and those gusts likely peak around 20 miles per hour through the afternoon. But wind chills at the moment, which means what it feels like as you step outside. 18 in Ann Arbor, 20 at Metro Airport, 24 in Mount Clemens. So it's a chilly start. You need the extra layer, and don't forget the sunglasses, as you'll need them once we get past daybreak because we're holding on to mostly clear skies for today. 45 for the afternoon high. So kids need that extra layer. Come pick up, and by this afternoon, still brisk at times with that breeze and temperatures below average by a few degrees. November high temperatures. We've had more above days than below average days, but you can see here the warmest that we've experienced was just this past Saturday, 66 degrees. If you spent any amount of time outside Saturday, it almost felt like spring because it was damp out there, but it was warm. So hopefully you were able to get maybe some yard work done, even in some of that mist, or the holiday decorating done, because it's going to be a little cooler over the next couple of days. High temperatures trending below average through your Tuesday, rebounding close to average on Wednesday before getting back above average Thursday, but it will come with rain chances for the later part of the week. Friday is the day that I think we have a better chance for that rain once we get past tomorrow. How does that time out with the tree lighting? It's still a little fickle, but we'll look at that in just a second. Let's get to tomorrow first, because you might need to set that alarm clock a couple minutes earlier if you're in one of our southern communities. So by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, we could have a rain-snow mix trending along and south of that I-94 corridor. A bit more snowy for portions of Washtenaw County and Lenawee County. Looks like Monroe will be a little bit of a mixture heading through the lunch hour, but I think this could lift as far as that 696 and on 96 corridor off towards Howell. So we'll start to see that push into portions of Metro Detroit through the afternoon before drying things out. Now let's go ahead and talk rain, because this was what we were just looking at for the mixture come Tuesday. But then we dry things out Wednesday. Thursday, it looks like that rain could trickle in late at night. We're kind of sandwiched between the moisture. Friday, the model is keeping the south of the state line, but there's some discrepancies with models. So I'm keeping a 30% chance of rain in the forecast through the early part of Friday evening. But when they flip the switch in Detroit, I think we should be drying things out, but we're falling in the 40s at that point. As far as Thanksgiving, still Climate Prediction Center keeping us above average with a rain chance through Thanksgiving, and that's how those 10-day models are looking as well. We'll be in the 50s to round out the week and hovering right around it heading into the weekend.
Now, forewarned weather with Exact Track 4D.
Well, good Monday morning. We are tracking some changes once again after being well into the 60s on Saturday. Now highs today only in the mid-40s, and will be even cooler tomorrow. But then we start an upward climb for the end of the week. The high pressure to our south, though, clearing out some cloud cover for us, so we will be dry with some sunshine for today. Temperatures right now are in the 20s and 30s to start. In fact, we're all at or below the freezing mark except Sandusky at 33, where we've held on to a bit more cloud cover up into the thumb region. But clearer skies the farther east you go. Those wind chills haven't budged a whole lot. 18 is what it feels like in Ann Arbor. The rest of us feeling like low to mid 20s as you step outside. So you need to bundle up this morning. Don't forget the sunglasses. You'll want those sunglasses as the day rolls on. 45 for the afternoon high, putting us just a little bit below average for today. Speaking of average highs, you can see how the month has shaped up so far now that we are more than halfway through, and we have picked up. Well, we picked up 7 days that have come in above average, better than the 4 that were below, but huge swings just last week alone. Monday, the high was 31 and Saturday 66, so a 35-degree difference in high temperatures in less than a week. So if you feel like we've been all over the board, well, you're not wrong. And this week is kind of much of the same. So we're in the mid-40s today, not getting out of the 30s tomorrow, but before you know it, come Thursday, we're back into the low 50s. Precipitation chances are up and down as well. So tomorrow we do have a chance of seeing both rain and snow, but it depends on where you live. And then more rain chances by the end of the week, but still some discrepancies with models whether or not we get that. But tomorrow I think there's a good chance of seeing rain and snow, especially along and south of I-94. So I've stopped the clock at 9 a.m. And that's where we have a little bit of that mixture from Jackson towards Ann Arbor, kind of overtaking Washtenaw County down into Lenawee and Monroe counties as we get midday. And you can see how it fluctuates back and forth. So it's hard to say if it's going to be just melting snowflakes or a little bit of rain mixing in heading into the evening. Might trickle as far north as about 696, I-96 as you stretch from Pontiac off towards Howell. But that's probably as far north as it's going to get. We're not going to see anything north of I-69, that's for sure. So this is the rain snowmaker that I was just talking about heading into your Tuesday, but then Wednesday shapes up to be drier. Thursday, we're sandwiched between two different rain systems that I can't rule out maybe a late day shower, but this model keeping the Friday rain south of the state line. However, there are some models that pull it up into Metro Detroit. So right now I'm going to call for about a 30% chance for rain come Friday evening. And I think if we were to see that, it will mainly be out of here right around the time that we flip the switch for the tree lighting in Detroit. We'll top out right around 50 for the high, but we in the 40s throughout the evening. So right now, slight chance for rain, but I wouldn't scrap your outdoor plans quite yet. We're still 4 days out. 10 days from Thanksgiving, 38 until Christmas, and 45 days until New Year's Day. But speaking of Thanksgiving, Climate Prediction Center trending those temperatures above average and still keeping an above average chance for precip. 10-day outlooks are keeping us maybe around 50 for a high, but a couple scattered rain chances. There's time to fine tune that, but I just like to give you a heads up. We're in the low 50s to round out the work week, and we'll hover right around 50 this weekend.
And also much more in the entertainment report.
Yes, let's get to David Daniel with your Hollywood Minute. All right, a few things to look forward to.
Yeah.
But first, we have Nick Monticelli
Coming
joining
up.
us for the 8 o'clock hour.
Oh, yes, Local 4 Live starts at 8 o'clock. No question, Americans consuming too much sugar often without realizing. But is it worse to eat the sugar or to drink the sugar? Darnell does both.
At one time.
If it's like the sugar that's in wine, I would
takes
say it's
sugar
better
packets.
to drink it.
He takes straight sugar packets, I
Right?
think.
Yeah. Also, we're going to break down the Lions' loss with Derek Hutchinson. You know, they only converted 3 of 13 third downs, converted 0 of their 5 fourth down attempts. Penalties.
No
were a
wonder we only
problem.
scored 9 points.
The penalties were a problem. That pass interference call against Rocketson, that ended up for the Lions. But also, we're going to talk about these TD sellies, too, because sometimes they're fun. Sometimes it causes a problem.
That was a
Yesterday
big problem.
Was a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That was
big
too much.
problem.
It was too much.
Although,
and it was,
I mean, I get that you should not, jump on the goalpost like Spider-Man, but I was impressed with his hang time. I was like, that was pretty good, but you probably aren't supposed to do that.
No,
So
they-
5
and they
seconds
know
is
that.
good, 10 seconds
Yeah.
is too long. Is that what it is?
I don't think you could do anything to the goalpost, which is the
No,
rule.
and they
But
know
Yep.
that.
and then when you realize how windy it is, it's like, this might
Yeah,
affect
you
the
hurt
next
your
play.
team, but that 1 point didn't make a difference.
All right, so we're going to go through all that and see what does this mean for NFC rankings now? Where are the Lions going to fall to?
We're
All the way
okay,
down
though.
to third
4
place.
losses, although it seems like a lot. We can recover from that.
It's a
It
long
just seems like
season.
momentum has gone the opposite direction.
Yeah, we're like,
now.
win one, lose one, win one, lose one. Let's get off of that train.
You got to beat the good teams once in a
That's
while.
it. You gotta
That's
do
the
good.
challenge, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
other than the
Anybody good coming
Ravens,
up?
and the Ravens are kind of
Don't
like
worry,
this
the
this
Giants
year.
are going to be a huge team to deal with.
We got to smoke them.
2
And then
9
we
if
get
they're-
Green Bay back for Thanksgiving. We'll smoke them.
Nick's right back after this.